Welcome to the Laugh or Else radio show on 89.3 WNUR-FM.
Yo, what's going on? This is the Laugh or Else radio show on WNUR-FM Evanston and Chicago. Thank you. My name is Timmer, and joining me in the studio is longtime friend and co-host Tobias Big Daddy Beecher.
Yo!
What's up, Tobias?
Same stuff, different day.
Same stuff, different day.
I was going to use a more profane word, but...
Oh, feel free. I mean, it's not like we don't have to adhere to any FCC or anything like that.
We don't?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Because this is the free-form programming here on WNUR-FM, which means that overnights between the hours of 10:30 p.m. and 6 a.m., we change up the format a little bit here, and sometimes guys like me who are freeform DJs come in here and play commercial stuff. Most of the time I'll play independent artists and such, but as we all know, SimFest is going on this year. Well, actually right now during the week. And in the weeks to come, we may be graced with one of the bands playing actually this evening. So if you want to keep posted on that, I suggest you tune in on the Facebook at the Laugh or Else Radio Show fan page. And updates will come there. Also, you can follow us on the Twitter at LOERadio Show. And you can drop us an email if you so felt at LOERadioshow@gmail.com. But if you are interested in talking to us right now,
This instant.
you can call area code 847-866-9687. Again, number's area code 847-866-WNUR. If you didn't notice, playing a little bit of Rage right now. This is Bulls on Parade from the Evil Empire album, which was released 20 years ago this week. And we're still waiting for a follow-up album. Also, on top of that, you may have noticed we played a little bit of Tupac from his Me Against the World, which was released 25 years ago, I want to say.
21, I think.
According to the notes here, it says... 95.
95.
And he was the first artist to have a #1 album while in prison. How amazing is that?
That's pretty neat.
Do you think that kind of set the tone for rappers now? You got to have prison time to have street cred?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it kind of helps if you were shot as well.
Yeah, I don't listen to any rapper unless they've been shot and they've done time. Otherwise, it's just not worth my time.
Yeah.
You know?
What kind of person is that?
There's another artist. He's not, nobody we know, but he's like the most famous guy in like Brazil.
Who's that?
And, he's got a weird name. I forget what it is, but he's in prison also, and he's like putting out albums while in prison.
He's obviously not any good if I don't know who he is.
You've never. I mean, we don't listen to that genre of music, so
That's true. Also, you may have noticed we played a little bit of Alice in Chains with former frontman Lane Staley, who passed away.
he's the man in the box now.
He is the man. He is the man in the box. Talk about predictive ideas there. He knew he was in trouble with his heroin, and he died from an OD in 2002. As we say, rest in peace to Lane Staley. We've got a huge show in store for you this morning. It is Sunday morning. It is roughly 50 degrees here by the lakefront. Amazing. It was
a
today.
beautiful 50 degrees near the lakefront.
A suave.
And 20 degrees warmer out west.
Traffic moving solid. Dead
no
stop.
Traffic. There's no traffic.
But you may have noticed in the past week that the basketball and hockey seasons have ramped down and are now in the postseason.
Bulls aren't in, but
No.
the Blackhawks. Something to look forward
Bulls
to.
have missed the playoffs for the first time in 7 seasons, according to statistics. Also, Kobe Bryant played his last game earlier this week.
Thank God.
But did you see how he went out?
He went out with a bang. He got 60.
Yep.
Yeah, but they also were just constantly passing the ball, and the other team wasn't playing any defense. So, yeah, it's pretty easy. I mean, I could have got 60 if I got the ball every single time, and nobody played any defense on me because he had like 50 shots.
I doubt you would have made 6.
He also here's an interesting statistic. He also had the most attempted field goals during a game in NBA history as well during that game. So that's the reason he got 60 points. Because he's like 900 now.
He took like 50 shots and made like 40 of them.
No.
Something like that. Anyway.
He had some free throws, too.
Who gives a damn about Kobe?
Exactly. I don't even know why you brought it up. I hate the freaking guy.
Well, he retired, so.
Thank God.
He modeled his game after Jordan.
He's no Shaq.
He's absolutely no Shaq. Baseball is in full swing.
Now we're talking.
That's right. And the Cubbies are on fire.
They're on fire!
El Fuego for Los Cubbies. Los Cubitos?
Baby Bears? Here's what the Cubs are. They are on fire.
Oh, is that what that is?
That's fire.
Sounds like a fire.
Yeah, kind of.
All right, Cubbies are 9-2. Arrieta pitched a hell of a game today. Going 8 scoreless innings before they put in Wood, and he gave up 2 runs real quick. Yeah, but the Cubs are still winners.
And they put Strope in, and he took over.
And the White Sox on the other side of town faced off against the Rays, who got the better of the White Sox to the score of 4-0. But that's later in sports. Coming up right now is local news.
Now we're talking.
Or a phone call.
Uh-oh.
Toby, why don't you grab that, and I'll break it down into the first story here. In fact, there's a new deadly drug on the street, and people are overdosing and growing third arms out of their foreheads. I appear to be reading a story from the Southern Illinoisan. A new deadly drug hits Southern Illinois. From Christopher, Police Chief William Southard sees another use of video and audio recordings taken by police wearing body cameras. He said, in the case of Christopher, a man who died in June after taking an emerging drug known as Flocka.
Waka Flocka?
Both legislators and would-be users need to see the recording. I don't know if they have the recording here for us to play.
I'm a would-be user.
I'm an already user.
I'm already using Crocodile.
Oh, the stuff that melts your skin?
Yep. It's good stuff, man.
Southard is also working on a video to possibly show it in schools. The man is seen disrobed, so the chief would want to go to block genitals in the man's face. I assume you would block genitals in school, yes.
Yes.
He also would not show the death, he said. Oh, so this guy ODs, apparently.
Cool.
Southard said he first began hearing of Flocka in the past couple of months. According to an April Emerging Trends report from the National Institute of Drug Abuse, the dangerous drug is surging in Florida and is also being reported in other parts of the country. The drug is a synthetic cathinone. Cathinone? Called alpha-pyrrolidinopenthiophenone.
That's a long word. It's like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Let me try this again. Alpha-pyrrolidinopenthiophenone. Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's
alpha PVP for short.
Yeah. Similar to so-called bath salts, says NIDA.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that is the proper stuff. You're gonna go out in a blaze of glory. Go get you some bath salts.
Calgon, take me away. A different kind of bath salt.
It takes the form of white or pink, foul-smelling crystal that can be eaten, snorted, injected, or vaporized into an e-cigarette or similar device. Vaporizing, which sends the drug very quickly into the bloodstream, may make it particularly easy to overdose, NIDA reports. The drug, like similar drugs, can cause a condition known as excited delirium.
Sounds interesting. Yeah. I like excited delirium.
That sounds like something you want to be at a rave, for sure. That involves hyperstimulation, paranoia, hallucinations, and can lead to violent aggression and self-injury, Nita says. NIDA, whoever that is.
Nita.
I think I said.
That's a girl. That's a girl. That's a girl. She knows that dude.
She's the one that told me that stuff.
told me.
It has been linked to death by suicide as well as heart attacks. It can also dangerously raise body temperatures and lead to kidney damage or failure.
Awesome.
There have been reports that body temperatures can rapidly skyrocket to 106 degrees. So go get you some Flocka today. Or not.
I know a guy. If you're interested, I know a guy. Call the station now. I might be able to hook you up with his number.
No, that's absolutely false. I can't hook you
allegedly.
up with anything. Toby couldn't even hook you up with a grocery bag.
I just found out about this stuff, so obviously I don't know. I've never heard of it until just right now. Allegedly.
Here's a story that Toby brought to my attention, or maybe Dick. Oh, by the way, we are without Dick.
We have no Dick today.
No Dick.
There's no Dick. There's no Dick here.
And that's because he's missing in action. Every once in a while, Dick goes on a walkabout where he gets drunk. He gets in a drunkabout where he drinks and he just walks until he can't walk no more or until he sobers up, which there's no point in his life he's ever been sober. So we say,
thanks,
Godspeed, Dick. We hope to see you in the future.
Don't choke on your own vomit.
But
again,
from Chicago, 9 shot, 2 fatally, less than 1 hour in Chicago.
That's pretty quick.
That is fairly quick. And according to NBC5 Chicago, 9 people were shot, 2 of them fatally in less than an hour in Chicago on Thursday.
Oh, there's another one shot.
Oh, keep count of that one. 2 people were killed and another injured just before 4 p.m. in a drive-by shooting in the West Garfield Park neighborhood. Police said someone
Garfield Park.
Someone in a van opened fire at 3 victims of the 4300 block of West Wilcox Street before fleeing. A 23-year-old man was shot in the chest and pronounced dead at Mount Sinai Hospital, and a 43-year-old woman was shot in the back and pronounced dead at John J. Harper Jr. Hospital of Cook County.
That says Stroger.
Shut your face. He's 16. Nobody would have ever knew, but you had to open your goddamn mouth. Shut the hell up.
Nobody's ever heard of Harper.
Shut your face.
At a Harper Jr.
Shut up.
Hospital.
Shut your hole. Continue.
Somebody else was shot.
16-year-old boy was also shot in the leg and taken to Mount Sinai Hospital in good condition. 6 minutes later, 4 people were shot in the 6800 block of South Throop Street.
Man.
Police said someone in a passing vehicle opened fire at the group, wounding 4 men. 2 30-year-old men were shot in the foot and taken and taken to St. Bernard Hospital in good condition. St. Bernard, see, Tobe, I can read.
There you go.
Another 30-year-old man was shot in the hand and a leg and took himself to Holy Cross Hospital. 2. You should give him 2. He was shot twice.
He took himself too, so he deserves another one.
He's a trooper.
That guy's cool.
He's a survivor.
All right.
A 43-year-old man was shot in the stomach and listed in serious condition at Advocate Christ Medical Center. Around 4:11 p.m., 25-year-old was shot in the Ashburn neighborhood, according to police. The man was shot in the back in the 7900 block of South Kenneth. I used to live on the north block of South Kenneth.
No, it would be North Kenneth.
And taken to Advocate Christ Medical Center in Oak Lawn, where his condition was stabilized. Then, just after 4:45, 31-year-old man was shot in the 5500 block of South Hoyne Avenue.
Oh, man.
The man suffered multiple gunshot wounds after someone approached him on foot and opened fire. The victim was taken to Mount Sinai. Mount Sinai is pretty busy with gunshot
Yeah, you don't want to go there.
Outside of the hour, 2 other people were shot. One of them killed.
Oh.
In Chicago, violence Thursday, a 32-year-old man was shot to death. Ding. In Logan Square.
Oh, Logan Square? Come on, that's my hood.
Yeah, about 1:45 a.m. A white SUV pulled up on a man while he was outside the 2900 block of North Sacramento.
Sacktown?
That's 2900 block. That's like Sacktown on Diversey, ain't it?
Somewhere over there.
Police said someone inside the vehicle opened fire. The man shot in the chest and taken to Advocate Illinois Masonic Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead at 2:33 a.m., according to police. And finally, another man was shot in East Garfield Park neighborhood on the west side. Thursday morning, according to police, at 10:05 a.m., a 19-year-old was in an argument with the suspect at the 3200 block of West Madison. The victim was shot twice in the right leg and then taken to Norwegian American Hospital by a family member.
Park.
So, as the temperature rises, so do the victims.
Yep, another one.
That's it. Toby, you should open the murder graph by Jackass and just give us some announcements randomly.
Sure.
Also in Chicago, Rahm admits there's racism in the CPD.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Rahm would never admit that. I mean, everybody knows there's racism. I'm just saying Rahm wouldn't admit it.
Well, yeah, he'd admit it if he's trying to disperse the police union.
Disperse.
Or disband.
Nothing to see here.
Also, as we do approach the playoffs of Chicago hockey, the Hawks did win, by the way, last night, 3-2, an exciting game. The last 40 minutes of that game were insane with the reviews, and they actually called back a goal from the Blues because the guy was over the line by like a like a toe hair.
Yeah, I seen that. So what was the name of that website?
Jackass. Hey, Jackass.
Hey, Jackass.
So a man is suing the Blackhawks after a drunken fan had fallen on him. A man who was at a Chicago Blackhawk game last May is ready to send the team to the penalty box after a drunken fan fell on him from 2 rows above.
Ouch.
2 rows is like 5 feet.
Oh, I thought you meant like
down.
the upper deck.
Yeah, no. It wasn't like that Bills fan that tumbled over the railing, no. According to a lawsuit filed in Cook County Circuit Court. According to the suit filed Thursday, John Cook and his brother were watching the Hawks play the Anaheim Ducks on the 23rd of May when the checking and jostling normally reserved for the ice made its way into the stands. As the match was underway, drunken male fans sitting 2 rows above behind Cook repeatedly acted unruly, in quotes, according to the suit. The ushers, according to the suit, failed to report the behavior of the over-exuberant fan to security officers. Security officers were not in their assigned area and did not respond to complaints. Where were they at?
They were drunk.
They're not in their
They were
assigned
attending to another fight 6 rows back.
So in the suit, Cook alleges negligence on the part of the Blackhawks, the United Center, and At Your Service, the arena's security contractor, for failing to eject the fan from the United Center when they knew they should have known that the fan was impaired and a danger to those spectators seated below him.
Of course.
Right, because, nobody gets drunk at a sports
No
outing.
one would ever do anything like that. It's just craziness.
Cook is also suing Levy Premium Food Service, the company selling food and alcohol. Why don't you just sue everybody? Sue everybody! And Dram Shop Dram Shop Act, a state statute that holds liquor business liable for injuries caused by intoxicated persons. How about you hold the guy accountable for his own actions?
Because he ain't got no money.
Yeah. Or you can't get millions from a guy who ain't got nothing. Jen Sutherland, a spokeswoman for Levy Premium Food Service, said she could not immediately comment on the suit because they're quietly hashing out their defense.
That guy should be lucky that he just got, a drunk guy just fell on him and he didn't get murdered outside of, the United Center because... it's the West Side.
All right, we gotta get to our first break here, but before we do, I just want to say farewell to a radio broadcast legend that was here in Chicago for a number of years, and that would be one Mr. Doug Banks of the Doug Banks Show. Banks was about 58 when he just recently passed away, and he was an American radio personality and, of course, the host of the Doug Banks Show. Philadelphia-born, Detroit-raised Banks began his radio career broadcasting on the high school's radio station, the local station WDRQ, and took notice of his talent and offered him a spot as a temporary late-night weekend disc jockey for a country station, which is a big change from 107.5.
Yeah.
After high school... He successfully turned his temporary trial into a permanent multi-year gig at KDAY in L.A., California. Soon after, April 1979, at KMJM Magic 108 as the unknown DJ. So, Mr. Doug Banks, farewell. You will be sorely missed in the broadcasting world, but I'm sure your legacy will live on for others.
To Doug Banks.
To Doug Banks. Cheers. All right, as we said, it is a Rage, Alice in Chains, and Tupac kind of day. So we're going to open it up with some rage right now. This is the Laugh or Else radio show on WNUR-FM, and my browser has frozen.
Awesome.
Not really. Which means I can't play music right now until it stops giving me the spinny wheels.
Spinny wheel.
Maybe we can...
I can tell you some statistics.
Maybe you could.
I can. And
Could
I
you?
will.
Will you? Can you do something faster?
April to date. This is via heyjackass.com.
For the latest in the Chicago shooting.
For all our statistics. There have been, April to date, there has been 18 people shot and killed for the city of Chicago. There has been 117 people shot and wounded.
WNUR.
135 people total shot. And 20 total homicides.
WNUR. Jay!
Yo.
What's going on, buddy?
Not much, man. Am I on here with you guys or what?
You are, sir. You are on the air. What's going down in Chi-Town, my man?
It's a good show, Tobias and Timmer. I miss you.
Oh, man.
You're still my homie. I'm sorry I haven't been on. I've been on like kind of an extended stay.
No worries, bro. No worries.
But I wanted you guys, compliment you guys on your little counter. You guys sound like Tio Salamanca for Breaking Bad every time you ring that damn bell. What is up with that? You guys are doing a counter and stuff.
Yeah. It's been a running.
It's like the opposite negative effect of every time that gets his wings in when the damn bell rings. Man.
yeah. Well,
and it's not a wonderful life, man. Not getting shot, man.
not in.
And what's with the comment about Logan Square not being reputable neighborhood, man? What's up with that, man?
Who said it wasn't right? I grew up there. Love the place.
You said, does that count? What's up with that? That ain't even right, man.
I know.
The Logan Square, man. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
I got family out there, man.
That's where we grew up, man. Right there at the blue line.
The Garfield Park. Those don't usually count. I mean, that's.
I was born north of Ashland, man. Not too far from there, man.
Yeah. No kidding.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
So where you at? Are you at the workplace right now?
I'm actually just chilling. I'm partaking with a good buddy, a coworker of mine right now. So
nice.
So, and I'm just listening in. I love the show. As you know, I've always support WNUR, Laugh or Else, man. I'm still part of the family.
Yeah, bro. Come
part
back.
Of the familia.
Come back anytime.
But I was wanting to talk, man. Make sure you give the White Sox some love, man, because I know you're a Cubs fan, Tim.
Oh, I got you, man. They're playing.
Oh, the White Sox.
You're still you're a friend in waiting. Yeah, there's a Tio Salamanca bell. There it is.
That was for the White Sox.
Come on, you got to give love to the White Sox, dude. I'm a South Side White Sox fan from the North Side. I mean,
for sure. We're gonna show them some love. We'll talk about them.
I hope so. Talk about the Hawks, man. Let's get the Hawks.
They're doing well. Chris Sale had a great game the last outing he had. So we'll get into that a little later for sure, man.
And it was kind of appropriate you played Bulls on Parade, man, because it was kind of like Bulls, hanging their head in shame on Parade, man, basically. So I like one of the I like Rage Against the Machine. Tom Morello, Arlington Heights native.
For sure.
But one thing I could say about the Bulls, just throw a grenade on that Parade, dude. Blow up that whole team. Man.
That's it, yeah.
Get rid of Gar and Pax.
Yeah.
Nobody is untouchable on that team, including Butler and Rose. Get rid of them, and let's start over. Let's start fresh, man.
Hey, since I got you on the horn, man, what do you know about any fights coming up?
Boxing, yes. There was a fight tonight. Errol Spence, a good welterweight matchup. Errol Spence knocked out Chris Algieri, who's a former kickboxing champ and mixed martial artist, and he actually, his claim of fame is that he fought Pacquiao a couple years ago, like a year and a half ago, and he got knocked out. He got beat. He lost. He got beat pretty bad. So, but upcoming, boxing is good. Still in a good state, as is MMA. You have Triple G, who's the middleweight monster.
Yeah,
he's a punching machine from Kazakhstan. Very nice. And,
nice.
He's going to be doing his thing. He's probably going to win via knockout. Then you have the welterweight versus middleweight matchup between Amir Khan from England against the Mexican redhead, the Irish Mexican.
Yeah.
The Irish brogue, Mr. Ruben and Tacos. He's gonna dominate that guy. He's oversizing the other gentleman, and that's going to be quick work. Mayweather may or may not come back. That's still to be determined. And the heavyweight champions, man, there's 4 of them right now, different alphabet titles. That's where the popularity stands. Is with the heavyweights, recognizable heavyweight, and popular recognizable heavyweight will resurrect the sport of boxing, indeed. And you will see that if one of these guys comes out and does their thing. But overall, man, it's not too much news, man. Mayweather carries the news. Pacquiao, actually, I'm sorry, recap.
Yeah,
last
Pacquiao.
Saturday night.
Yeah,
oh, my goodness. Last Saturday, I had the pleasure of watching the Manny Pacquiao, Timothy Bradley Part 3 fight, and Pacquiao did not disappoint. Looked like the Pacquiao of old. He's 37 years old. He's going to be the president of the Philippines. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. He's going to. He's got to fight at least, man. He probably has 2 good years in him. That's how good he looked. He knocks him down twice. First knockdown was questionable. It came in the middle rounds.
Like he kind of pushed him down or whatever.
Well, actually, the after effect was push, but he said he slipped. Gloves touch the ground. That's the rule. 10. You have to do a standing 10 count. And then he knocked him down convincingly. He got beautiful. He's so fast, man. Pacquiao still got his speed. When you still have your speed at that age, doesn't matter, man. You're still going to be a contender.
Yeah, man. He was just born with a little something extra.
He's trains hard, man. He grew up poor, selling Lucy cigarettes, man, on the mean streets of Manila. And to now, man, to being one of the richest, $20 million versus, what was it, less than 5 for Bradley. That was the purses. So Pacquiao got $20 million, plus he gets a piece of the pay-per-view revenue. So that's one thing. And so that's basically it, gentlemen. I mean, Pacquiao should still fight. These middleweight fighters, they kind of fighting fluff right now, but once the Triple G and Canelo fight, it's going to be a mega fight, it's a monster fight.
Let me ask you, Jay.
Yes, sir.
Did you get a chance to see that Diaz-McGregor fight?
You know what? That's another example, man. It's like everybody thought because McGregor's on his hot streak that he's going to come in and beat a guy. Come on, man.
Stockton, boy. Like, them boys are from Stockton.
That Mexican boy, man, he came in there and he said it right afterwards. Like, never had a doubt, MFers.
Yeah.
You know? He came out and he said that. I mean, it's the truth, man.
Well,
you guys come in. I don't care how cocky he is. I don't care how bad and stuff he is. You're going in there with a guy twice your size who's physical and agile. He's going to get beat, man.
Do you think a rematch will result in the same way?
Yeah, he'll probably get beat even faster. This guy, come on. He's like, I know what you got, boy. You know, come and tango. Come and wrestle or come and box. Do whatever.
Nick and Nate Diaz, man, they're both badasses, and it sucks that he's been suspended because of the marijuana thing.
Yeah.
5 whole years, bro. So I don't know if he'll be fighting any when he comes out.
Well, I can tell you this, that I'll give UFC this, that they got some guts because them putting up, you figure the chick that beat Rousey, Holly Holmes, would have been something if she would have retained her belt and get a streak going. I mean, you're the new crown champ. And the first thing she taps out, same thing with McGregor, man. They're making out to be this little, skinny monster, brawler, and just a tough lad. And then he goes in and he takes out, he bites off more than he can chew. You can't do that.
Yeah.
And give it to boxing. Let them. I mean, they are protected. They're trying to make as much money they can with the 2 gentlemen that are going to be competing for the unified middleweight championship in Triple G and Canelo Alvarez. But that's not gonna really matter if they lose right away. So you got to let them get a streak going. And it's all about the money. If it makes dollars, it makes sense.
That's right. And there ain't no boxing with no money, so.
Well, that's what it's got to go. And boxing still does better numbers than UFC. I don't care how many UFC bouts go on per month, per year. It does outweigh the big one.
Yeah, because people like a more of a chess match in a fight rather than some guy can get choked out in 10 seconds.
Well, I had this argument. Like I said, I've watched a little bit of UFC, not much. I love it for the boxing aspect. I love it when the boxing dominates. Yeah. And the fights that I've seen, boxing. Holly Holm, she just basically picked her apart with boxing. Yeah. It looked like she was giving her Mayweather's right hand the whole fight against Rousey. Rousey couldn't do anything. She was picking her off. So I mean, either way. Boxing still is going to be trucking along. So is UFC, but as long as they can't, I mean, Dana White's making. He doesn't care. These are all contenders to him. Yeah. So, but if you wanted to make some marketable, Rousey's going to concentrate on movies, man. I'm surprised she wasn't the new Wonder Woman, to be honest with you, man.
Yeah, she's too.
You know what I mean?
I don't think she's like girly enough,
Well, but she's a tough chick.
She's gotten her fame, and now she's going to use it.
Well, yeah. Well, she's been in movies, little cameos here and there. Let her concentrate on that, man. That's where her money's going to be. She's not going to be risking her face.
Yeah, absolutely.
She probably makes more too. The guy that makes the most money in UFC is Dana White. None of those guys compare.
Yeah, he's the Vince McMahon of UFC. Yeah.
Right. I mean, he can't, and he doesn't want to come out and admit that, but that's what it is. It's all a circus to him.
For sure, dude. It's a spectacle. Yeah.
He's got to protect his fighters, let him get a streak on, let him get some popularity, because Rousey got it because she had more interest outside of boxing. Yeah. She started becoming a household name to lose. So, let her come back, let her win back the title. It'll be something good. But in the end, she's better off just saying, you know what, let her retire. She had a good run at it. She was a name, and she can go on. And
first dominant female fighter in the UFC. Yeah,
absolutely, and recognizable more than the guys.
Yeah, for sure.
This is like tennis. This is like the professional. The chicks get more, attention than the.
She's better looking.
Guys.
Oh yeah, dude, for sure. She's more pleasant to look at than most of them dudes.
Right. She's cute and she's known and
everybody watches her fights because they want something to pop out.
Basically, yeah. Well, some of those girls you want to just like, here, no, keep it in, lady.
Yeah. In fact, here's a plastic bag. Put over your head.
Yeah, like
I wear the paper bag.
You're a handsome woman there, sir.
Nice beard, madam.
All right, Jay, we got to get to our first music break, man. But I appreciate you calling in.
Thanks for calling.
I'll be seeing you guys sooner than later, man.
Thank you, sir.
Good stuff. Thank you.
All right, good night.
Good night.
All right, Big Jay Sal, the Mixologist, everybody. Checking in with the LOERadio Show here on WNUR-FM 89.3, Chicago and Evanston. We're going to continue with some music. This is Rage Against the Machine, if you guys know who that is. Check it out. We'll be right back. It's WNUR-FM.
The LOERadio Show has been known to play some music and say some words that could be very well interpreted as inappropriate by some of the more sensitive and younger listeners out there in Radio Land. Fortunately for LOE Radio, WNUR-FM finds this type of talk, ideas, and media to be artistically and culturally significant for the greater good of mankind. We are only allowed to broadcast this type of entertainment between a very specific set of hours due to the current indecency tolerance of the faculty, which is, for some arbitrary reason, 11:30 p.m. to 6 a.m., rather than the official guidelines drawn up by the FCC regarding safe harbor for all of radio.
Hey, this is Big J. Okerson, and you're listening. That's hilarious. Hey, this is Big J. Okerson, and you're listening to Laugh or Else Radio. I don't know what the else is, but I'm looking at this guy, and it's probably involving butt stuff.
Yo, welcome back to the Laugh or Else Radio Show. My name is Timmer, your freeform DJ here at WNUR-FM, Evanston and Chicago. Where's my applaud, Toby? Thanks. way to produce masterfully. This is the freeform programming, which means you are listening to something a little different than the regular programming here in WNUR-FM. Overnights, we flip it up and we let community DJs like myself run rampant in the studio, and it's probably a bad thing.
Pseudo shock jock.
Yes, we were called WNUR-FM only pseudo shock jock radio show, and we were voted best worst radio show.
Yes,
on WNUR.
All right,
woo!
Quite an honor.
So we are celebrating the life and artistry of Tupac, Alice in Chains, as well as who was the last one?
Who was the? Oh yeah, it was Rage.
Yeah, Rage's Evil Empire album came out 20 years ago. Tupac's Me Against the World album was at number 1 while he was in prison, and Lane Staley of Alice in Chains died in 2002 this week. So with that said, we're gonna move along. We might have to skip one of our next music breaks because we got so much show packed in for this morning. So we're gonna move quickly.
Hurry up.
So we're gonna look at a more broader news section right now. Toby, I don't know if you heard about this, but AMC Theaters had proposed an idea where they would reserve movie times for people who would like to bring their cell phones and use them during the movie.
Oh, there's so many things I could say about this.
I equated this to bringing a typewriter to the library. You just don't do it. Or maybe inviting like a rap group to play at your local library. It's probably a bad idea.
No, it depends. Depends on what neighborhood you're in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, where reading isn't important.
Mm-hmm. Like Logan Square.
Yeah. Zing!
Bazinga.
So, earlier this week, AMC Theaters put out a suggestion on Twitter. This is according to CNET.com.
John Cena?
CNET.
Oh, CNET. I thought you said John Cena. I told you about this.
You could almost feel the panic spreading across the land with this announcement. Adam Aaron, CEO of theater chain AMC Theaters, sat down for an interview with Variety this week. The conversation turned to millennials and how to appeal to them. Aaron said he'd be open to allowing people to use cell phones or to text during movies. You got a punch sound?
Oh my, yeah. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of.
A lot of filmgoers, however, were not in the least bit thrilled by this concept, as could be expected.
It's just dumb. It's just a dumb idea.
And
you're trying to watch a movie, and this is what you hear. Yeah, hello?
There's too much going on here.
There's a crowd. Everybody was talking with their. You couldn't hear me, could you?
No.
Everybody on their cell phone.
So AMC Theaters knew it had a hit on a very touchy subject Friday. The theater chain fled from the texting idea faster than you can say Avengers sequel.
Avengers sequel.
A statement released on Twitter started with this massive, in all caps, "No texting at AMC." The full statement addressed to AMC guests, including this unequivocal message. Quote, "With your device in hand, there will be no goddamn texting allowed." That's not in a quote.
That would have been cool.
In any of these auditoriums at AMC theaters. Not today, not tomorrow, and not in the foreseeable future. Variety says he's got a good point. Perhaps there's some middle ground here. You've probably heard of movie screenings for parents with babies where it's okay for youngsters to be there and cry and disturb your movie-going experience.
Come on, I'm trying to watch a movie over here.
Will you shut that?
I'm trying.
God damn it, Toby!
I'm trying to watch a movie.
Throw that kid in the dumpster.
I should have.
Maybe AMC could implement special texting allowed screenings for millennials to get their phone action on during action movies, an idea Aaron seemed open to in the Variety interview. Until then, it will be phones off.
That's a travesty. I mean, just whose bright idea is that? It's bad enough when people are yelling, "Watch out! Don't go through that door! Are you crazy? He's got a knife!
He gonna kill you!
He gonna kill you!" And now they want people texting, "Hello? Hello? Yeah, no, I can't hear right now. I'm in the theater."
Hey, do you mind?
That's just crazy.
They're about to kill Han Solo.
Yeah. I seen this already.
So
this bitch about to die.
That didn't go very well for them.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It was immediately shut down, and for common sense reasons. And I don't understand how they didn't come to that.
If you want to, if you want to text or be on your phone, just get the bootleg.
So I'm kind of glad AMC didn't see that through, but it's not like I care because I bootleg all their movies anyway. So
I don't go to the theater.
No,
I can't afford the crazy prices.
No,
unless it's the matinee on Saturday morning.
I don't think I've bought a movie in the last 15 years, or since the internet has been, commonplace. But our next story comes to us courtesy of NBC6, where an epic pot bust goes wrong. We'll play the video.
What was thought to be a pot farm in a city park turned out to be just a bunch of weeds. About 8:30 last night, a teenager riding through Waldron Park out in Flower Bluff spotted what he thought were hundreds of marijuana plants, and so did police. They spent about an hour pulling up some 400 plants, but when they got back to the police station and ran some tests, it turned out the suspected pot plants were just a fairly common type of weed called horse mint.
Yeah. After the cops smoked a whole bunch of it, they're like, "This isn't even getting me high."
How come I smoked a pound? I ain't even high right now. How is this possible? Where'd you get this bogus weed? So, don't trust a 14-year-old kid on a bike who's not a botanist to tell you where there's weed at.
It didn't even look like weed.
It didn't. Really. It looked like cabbage.
It was poison ivy. I was smoking poison ivy for hours.
My lungs itch. Another story of police going too far. The police are being sued for an illegal cavity search, and there's video. But we can't play all.
What the hell? Say again.
10-4. So this video is about 10 minutes long. Maybe we'll try to play a little bit. Some of the. Maybe we'll try to get to the.
Do they have a video of the cavity search?
Yes, but they step off camera for the obvious reasons. But the police are being sued for this illegal cavity search. Aiken, South Carolina.
Kakalaki.
A video of an Aiken, South Carolina police officer has surfaced depicting a series of illegal searches conducting a routine traffic stop, one which included an anal cavity search. Stop it. Stop licking your fingers, Toby. The incident was captured on the police dash cam after pulling over a young black couple for having temporary tags. Well, how is that illegal?
That's against the law.
Yeah, apparently.
In Kakalaki, you can't have any temp.
Officers Chris Medlin of the Aiken Department of Public Safety asks the driver to get out, then tells her he stopped her because of a paper tag on the car. There is, however, no law against temporary tags in South Carolina as long as they haven't expired. Several minutes later, Medlin tells the driver her license and tags check out. This should have been the end of the stop. Instead, Medlin orders the man out of the vehicle and handcuffs him. He also orders the female driver out of the car. The man repeatedly asks officers what is happening. Medlin responds, "I'll explain in a minute." Several minutes later, a female officer appears. Medlin then tells the man, "Because of your history, I've got a dog coming here. Gonna walk the dog around the car." About 30 seconds later, he adds, "You gonna pay for this one, boy."
You're going to pay for this one, boy.
Yeah, it costs money to bring the dogs out. After
bag of Alpo. Eukanuba.
Eukanuba.
You owe me some Eukanuba, buddy.
After the search, the car comes up empty. Medlin tells the female officer to search her real good.
Search her real good.
Referring to the driver, the personal search of the woman is conducted off camera, but according to the complaint filed, it allegedly involved exposing her breasts on the side of the road in a populated area.
Go on.
Take it off. The complaint also alleges that this was all done in direct view of a male officer. The search, too, produced no contraband. Aiken Public Information Officer Captain David Turno said the incident has already been investigated. Medlin, unfortunately, still works for the police department. Let's go to the tape.
What's going on, Let me keep quick.
We'll skip ahead.
I don't know. We're gonna pull them out of there and. Well, the dog. What are you talking about? Right here? Right straight up.
You can't hear it? I hear it.
Something like that. Yeah, you got it while I'm doing paperwork.
I'm going to need you to bend over.
Stand right there.
Bend over, spread them, girl. Show me them coochie curls. All right, well, we're obviously wasting our time with this, but you probably shouldn't run your fingers up someone's colon without proper consent or the proper warrant.
Should have probably put a glove on, too.
I think he had a glove. It might have
been
a
baseball glove.
Running a catcher's mitt up somebody's butt.
Yeah, that would probably like.
I assume that's what it would. This is a story that made me flip out, man. I couldn't believe what I was reading when I saw this. Apparently, CIA had managed to leave explosives on a school bus. How, do you ask?
I didn't.
Oh, I thought that was you.
No.
This is just some sort of meme and a music bed. It's creepy. But Briarwoods High School, a half-hour drive from the CIA's headquarters in Northern Virginia, might have provided an ideal training ground for the agency's bomb-sniffing dogs. Its labyrinthine hallways and voluminous classrooms are home to something that can wreak havoc for the canines. Polished floors, which cause dogs to slip and lose their focus as they hunt for explosives. That was one reason the school, which educates nearly 1,700 students in Ashburn, played host to CIA dog team for training exercise while students were away in spring break last week, according to the Loudoun County school system. But the choice to go to a public school for the quiet exercise has led to an only in Washington embarrassment for the elite spy agency, which left explosive material behind in the engine compartment of a school bus that then shuttled special need children to school 2 days that week.
Oh, my goodness.
How goddamn stupid and irresponsible do you have to be to leave explosives on a goddamn school bus?
Apparently, you need to be in the FBI.
What does that say, CIA? What does that
CIA,
say
whatever.
about their screening process and intelligence? The word intelligence is in CIA.
Central Intelligence?
Yeah, I think
it's your middle name.
I think, yeah, it's supposed to be.
Intelligence is my middle name. Hey, come on, kids. We're going for a bus ride.
Oh, God. Fuss do rah. A mechanic discovered and removed the explosive putty, which County Supervisor Cran Sains
That ain't silly, putty.
said was the demolition explosive material C4 during a routine bus maintenance check Wednesday. Until then, no one noticed that it was missing. How do you not know? Bombs are gone from your inventory. Holy Christ. Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
the CIA was using live explosives and lost track of them in a place where children and teachers spend their days, has raised concerns among parents about the use of a school facility for such kinds of law enforcement training.
Oh, yeah.
It also illuminates the fact that local authorities and school systems feel obliged to prepare for scenarios that once seemed unthinkable, such as gunmen opening fire and school children and bombs hidden in buses.
Man, they could have been a lot of...
an
awful lot.
An awful lot. So this story goes on to be a puff piece for dogs sniffing bombs after this.
This is dumb.
But I can't...
Good job, CIA.
Why do you bring live ammunition? I mean, isn't there something that smells like C4 the dogs can look for? Maybe peanut butter.
No, couldn't they just like bring in like the smallest, tiny, like a crumb of it? I mean, dogs are very good at smelling things, so they don't need like a gigantic bag full of stuff. You know.
All right, so we're gonna try to squeeze in another music break here, but I got two more clips I want to get to. One is Troy Smith's arrest video from TMZ. Troy Smith is a pro NFL quarterback who was busted for DUI, and apparently they released the dash cam footage. TMZ. What the hell you pulled me over for?
Okay.
Oh, and he stops right in the middle of the street.
Yeah. Traditionally, we pull over.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good, yourself?
I'm an officer, sir.
What's that?
I'm an officer.
You're an officer?
No. I'm great. I'm great.
Way over the stop bar up there. You have no front tag on this, and you're weaving back and forth.
You've been drinking.
I wasn't back and forth. I mean, I've drove this red. I mean, I live off court, like, you know.
He don't even know what the hell he's saying.
I got a shower.
How much alcohol you consume tonight?
None.
Nothing at all? Fair to say, what's your highest level of education?
I graduated from Ohio State.
Okay.
My name is Troy Smith.
Okay. What's your highest level? You got just a college degree?
I've graduated from Ohio State with a degree in bachelor's.
Okay.
A degree in bachelor's?
I just want to make sure you're not fair. Is it fair to say you know the alphabet, sir?
No, it's not fair to say that at all.
What I'm trying to ask you.
What is this, because I'm black, I don't know the alphabet?
Not at all.
Okay, can you recite the alphabet for me? Start at the letter C and stop at the letter W?
I can't even. I can't. I can't even do that.
Recite the ABCs from A to Z.
From C to W, can you do that?
C, J,
C,
X,
C,
these nuts.
G,
L,
F, G,
11.
H, I.
LMNOP, NNNP. That's all you gotta do. Just go NNNP. QRS.
No. You're not supposed to talk.
He hasn't said
Do you have
nothing.
any medical conditions, sir?
Yes.
Go put your phone right there for me, sir.
Yeah, he's a big
You said you
boy,
don't wear.
too.
shit.
You don't wear contact lenses,
Not
sir?
at all. Not at all. What's your officer's like name? What's your name?
My name's Officer Blakey, badge number 538, sir.
Why are you doing this to me right now?
Because
I
you're
believe
a
impaired, so I
fool.
want you to watch
You're
my
drunk.
finger. Okay? Go side to side. Fall with your eyes open.
Front, back,
Your finger's
side to
shaking.
side.
It seems like
Come on, let
You
me
need
take
to
you
stay
for a
pay
garbage
attention and watch it,
ride.
okay?
Troy Smith.
Hang on, officer. Let me park the car.
What is it? Whoops.
Oopsie.
I think somebody left a house there. I don't understand what compels idiots like these athletes to go and get in monumental like deeds. What is your problem? You make $10 million a year. In this guy's case, it's probably the league minimum because I don't know where he plays now. He used to be a Raven, and wherever else he's third stringing it. But still, I mean, even if he's making 7 times what I make a year, don't bring guns to clubs. Don't drink and drive your Lamborghini and then leave it on Lakeshore Drive. Don't just stop doing this crap. You're gonna get busted, and not everybody's got the money to bail you out or whatever it is. Like, just you're a bad influence. Stop this madness, please. Please.
They should make him do a public service announcement.
Do it for the kids.
Somebody please think about the children.
And finally, before we go to break from ABC News, a Minnesota Burger King workers smash all the windows after a prank call. I didn't read about this.
Yeah, this one's good.
A prank caller tricked workers in Minnesota Burger King into smashing the windows of the restaurant to keep it from exploding, police said Saturday. No what?
No, the caller told him that Burger King was going to implode.
Well,
so he didn't incriminate himself during the phone call. But I saw this on the news. He actually said, "You need to smash out all the windows at the Burger King before the building implodes." Implodes. And so the workers ran around breaking windows to keep the building from imploding.
So the police said
it worked.
Employees at the restaurant in Minneapolis suburb of Coon Rapids got the call Friday.
That's what it's called.
Well, I didn't go anywhere with that. You're the one making assumptions.
I didn't assume anything.
From someone claiming to be with the fire department. The caller said the restaurant could explode. Well, that's not what you just told me.
Well, that's a typo.
So they needed to relieve the pressure. The manager and other employees believed the caller and smashed the windows on the ground floor. Officers arrived to find the manager and employees at the Burger King were smashing out the windows. Rick Boone, sergeant, said to the Star Tribune, the manager explained they'd received a phone call from a male. I was going to say a white male. I don't know why. Who identified himself as a fireman, who said there was a dangerous level of gas in the building and they had to break out the windows to keep the building from blowing up. Boone said there was no immediate cost estimate for the damage. The restaurant was boarded up Saturday and investigators were trying to identify the caller. A similar call to Burger King in Morro Bay, California, about a purported gas leak in early February resulted in $35,000 worth of damage. Not only did employees smash out the windows, but a manager went as far as ramming his car into the building. And police in Tucson, Arizona say several similar prank calls were placed to a Jack in the Box restaurant where early in February, fooling workers at one store. A similar incident happened at a Wendy's in Phoenix. So there's a serial guy calling all these fast food restaurants and telling them you need to bust out windows.
I want to make sure that the studio, nothing happens to the studio.
Toby, stop it.
It could implode.
They're gonna have to charge me for all these windows you're breaking. And this security glass isn't easy to break.
No,
so
it isn't.
I don't know how you made it look so easy.
I'm strong.
So that's it. We're gonna go to break. We got more Tupac, Alice in Chains, and Rage coming at you right now on WNUR-FM, Evanston and Chicago. This is the Laugh or Else radio show. Stay tuned, mother effers. We'll be back in just a few short minutes.
When I was pregnant in jail, I thought I was going to have a baby and the baby would never be with me, but I was acquitted a month and 3 days before Tupac was born. I was real happy because I had a son.
This is Ron Funch and you're no, that's not my name. Use this whole thing. This is Ron Funches and you're listening to Laughs or Else. I don't know what the or else is. I assume it's like crying.
The Laugh or Else radio show has been known to play some music and say some words that could be very well interpreted as inappropriate by some of the more sensitive and younger listeners out there in Radioland. Fortunately for LOE Radio, WNUR-FM finds this type of talk, ideas, and media to be artistically and culturally significant for the greater good of mankind. We are only allowed to broadcast this type of entertainment between a very specific set of hours due to the current indecency tolerance of the faculty, which is, for some arbitrary reason, 11:30 p.m. to 6 a.m., rather than the official guidelines drawn up by the FCC regarding safe harbor for all of radio.
Calling all you sexy boys. This is the Laugh or Else radio show on WNUR-FM, Evanston and Chicago. My name is your freeform radio host, Timmer. Joining me in studio, as always, is the notorious Tobias Big Daddy Beecher.
Yo.
Tobias has a very, very wild and far-reaching reputation from the prison known as Oz. Toby, what do you think of I Think You're Freaky by Di Antwoord?
I know her. She's from that movie. She's South African. She is from...
Look at her mug.
Cappy? Is that movie called Cappy? She is crazy.
Are you serious?
No. She's in that movie, Cappy. Yeah.
What's Cappy?
It's about a robot. It's an android that polices down in South Africa, and then they steal one. But the computer programmer makes it so it has AI, and then it has, a mind of its own. It calls her mommy, and
yeah.
It's not a bad movie.
I'll have to check it out. But right now, we're moving into our final segment of the show. We're going to have to cut sports out today. Unfortunately, we got a late start. Thank you again.
Yeah, sports.
Thank you again, previous show. I'm not going to mention any names. But coming up after us is Where in Time of Ryan and Evan. So you're going to want to stick around for them. They put on an awesome show, guys.
Bet they do.
So with the last 20 minutes here, we're going to go into a segment I like to call Web Junk, where it's a bunch of junk I found on the web during the week.
Is it porn?
No.
That's what I call web junk.
Actually, this is just random videos and articles I found on the internet. And the first one is from TMZ, of course. Nick Cage and former frontman for Motley Crue, Vince Neil, were spotted on the Vegas Strip in having a verbal altercation. There was video. I don't think we're going to see. No. Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
So Vince Neil and Nick Cage. So after the incident, they were seen hugging and making up.
Making out?
Making out, yes.
I must say, they both look like they just finished filming Leaving Las Vegas, because Nick looks, allegedly, he looks intoxicated.
Oh, look at his royal blue suit. Vince Neil is fat.
Stop this shit now! Hey! Give my ring!
Alcohol is definitely involved.
Oh, yeah.
They're currently hugging, and they look like they're about to make out.
They were spotted hugging and making out on a Vegas Strip. That has nothing to do with an argument. Law enforcement sources tell us the fight went down around 5 p.m. at the Aria Hotel on the Vegas Strip. We're told that Nick and Vince were inside when a woman came up to Nick and asked for an autograph. Our sources say Vince allegedly got behind the woman, grabbed her by the hair, and pulled her to the ground.
Ouch.
Vince is a douchebag.
That's a little excessive.
The video we got shows the end of the fight between Vince and Nick. Our sources tell us that Nick was trying to restrain Vince and calm him down, taking him outside the hotel and into a car. Nick is screaming at Vince, imploring him to calm down and to sober up.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Oh, Vince Neil.
That story went on to say that no charges, that Vince Neil was cited for battery. Who gets cited for battery? Don't you usually get arrested for battery?
Yeah, that's
But apparently, if you're rich and famous, they don't even take you to the station. They just say, show up to court.
Unless you're DMX.
Pay this fine. If you're DMX, then you go to jail for jaywalking.
All right, Tobe. So I got your next Christmas gift picked out.
Hell yeah!
It's a butt lamp. You slap to turn it on.
I'm gonna slap that ass so much. I'm gonna break that light.
I bet you will. You've probably seen the cloud lamp or maybe even the moon lamp, but this is something special.
That's a true moon lamp right there.
Slapping another's derriere is frowned upon, but you can get yourself slapped hard or even worse. Some people have foot fetishes and some people have butt obsessions. No judgment here, though. If this is your thing, London-based design Joseph Bagley has you covered. The way to turn on the butt lamp is by slapping, squeezing, or pinching it. You can get the silicone lamps in 10 different colors, but they will set you back about $213. What? For a lamp? Just imagine having one of these at a party. Major distraction, but hey, it's all in good fun. There's a quick gif of somebody slapping some butts to turn them on, and they come in sweet colors like green, red, cyan, blue, and white, red, purple, green, gold.
How about flesh?
No, there's no flesh-colored one. And they appear to be shaped like a 10-year-old boy's butt. There is no... I want the Kardashian version.
I don't want the girl who works out too much and only eats salads. That's not the butt you want to slap right there.
If you were looking to buy one, you can check them out on... what's the hell is the name of the company again?
Ass Lamps.
Ass Lamps. Yeah, well, yeah. So that's something you should be looking out for next Christmas. KFC Twitter campaign pulled in less than an hour. Can you imagine why?
Yeah, I can imagine.
What do you think was wrong with their... never mind. So KFC's Something Hot and Spicy Twitter ad campaign pulled within an hour. According to CA Finance at yahoo.com, as far as social media campaigns go, this was probably one of the shortest ever lived. Shortly after 9 a.m. Friday, KFC released a racy teaser for Twitter, for an ad on Twitter with a "not safe for work" tag, showed a pixelated image of a man and a woman in a tantalizing position on the couch. Warning, the tweet from KFC Australia's official account stated, "Something hot and spicy is coming soon." Tweets from individuals on Twitter say things like, "Wait, is KFC introducing jerk chicken? What? Was that a joke?" The photo showed a couple on a couch, the man looking aloof and smiling, and his crotch is pixelated where a female companion reaches toward the unseen something. You can imagine the social media gurus at the advertising agency KFC hired to roll out the campaign high-fiving and jumping for joy as they hit tweet.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I mean, he obviously had a bucket of chicken in his lap, but he probably cut a hole in that bucket.
Now imagine the crestfallen faces as Twitter reacts predictably and tears the ad to shreds while their bosses and Colonel's ghost ask the obvious question, what were they thinking? Brendan Malloy on Twitter says, "Ah ha ha ha, KFC deleted the post." Then pictures them clearing their desks in the wake of another half-baked Australian ad campaign aborted within hours of its launch. This one lasted 1 hour. Here's another reason never to eat at KFC. Not safe for work or anyone, really.
Jerk chicken.
And look at this.
It's the same as the McDonald's has that ad, too.
KFC stole their idea from McDonald's ad where a woman is giving her boyfriend a Big Mac, as Toby just said. So KFC pulled the tweet. What are they, chicken? Oh, buck, 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 buck. KFC, if you are experiencing hot and spicy sensations in your genitals, I recommend you speak to a doctor, courtesy of Matt Whitehead. So, yeah, KFC. It's probably not good to put...
No, that looked like a great ad. I don't understand.
This will probably be one of my favorite stories because we covered a story about this time last year of vaginal yogurt made with bacteria from a woman, actually a scientist's woman's vagina. But in this instance, we have beer made with vaginal bacteria.
Imagine a woman of your dreams, your object of desire, her charm, her sensuality, her passion. Try her taste,
odor.
Feel her smell, hear her voice.
You don't hear
now
her voice.
Free
in
your
a beverage.
fantasies and imagine that with a magic wand you can close it in one bottle of beer. The golden drink brewed with her lure and grace and flavored with instincts, which...
Golden drink brewed with her lure. Sounds like urine.
Sounds like urine to me.
Source we have identified. We have discovered a process of transmission of her essence, of her femininity, her instincts by isolation of lactic acid bacteria from her vagina. Our laboratory isolates and multiplies the bacteria in a safe way. Additionally, we examine the final bacteria in terms of its purity and safety. We use the bacteria in the production of sour ales, lambics.
Who drinks sour ale?
Hey, honey, can you go to the bathroom and get me a beer?
Flanders ales,
make me a beer.
and sour stouts.
Make me a beer.
By using yoni bacteria in the process, the beers contain femininity and women's instincts. we have selected beautiful Czech model Alexandra Brendlova.
Wait, what if it's a big ugly girl?
Bertha?
Like, would it taste better or worse?
To be our source of the yoni. That is a kind of female whose pheromones will stay with you after the meeting
I would
for the
drink her
following
up.
week long. It's total insanity and excitement, reminding you of the best time of your youth. This
Yeah, with a woman you
insanity
never
will
slept with.
overwhelm your mind with the first taste of our beer. We have devoted much time in seeking such a woman.
I can't get laid,
And
so I'm gonna drink
finally,
this beer.
we have found
Damn,
a woman
she's gorgeous.
possesses all the desired instincts, which we wanted to frame in our bottle. We have bottled
You
the
should
beer
shape the
in a
bottle
golden
like
black
her.
bottle, which
Yeah.
serves as an
Probably sell
arc
better.
of her instincts. It
I don't know, man.
That's
some about
presents her
bacterial
name
food.
with the date of the collection of her vaginal swab. Also, it has our logo,
comes with a
the
born-on
yoni,
vaginal swab,
which is
baby.
based on an original sculpture in a Vietnamese temple. Yoni means vagina in
is that what it
Sanskrit.
means?
The success of the enterprise depends on you. We have
That
prepared
is-
many perks, including vouchers
perks.
for the beers and gadgets.
Ooh, gadgets.
For the most generous,
I want
we can
gadgets.
prepare a home brewed
penis-shaped
beer
bottle
based
opener.
on their girlfriend's yoni bacteria.
Can I send
Our
them a
financial
sample
goal
and they'll make my
is
own girlfriend's beer?
150,000 euros.
Yes.
It will enable us to brew
idea.
6 batches of approximately 16,600 beers.
So for $150,000 in their Kickstarter, they can make 60,000 times 3. They can make 100,000.
180?
Surplus will help us in the creation of future products, including the beers we have described in our Indiegogo offer. We encourage leading beer distributors and importers to cooperate with us. Also,
I can
we
see
encourage
Glunz
the
jumping
best
on this.
beer stores around the world to take part in our crowdfunding action.
Budweiser's searching the trailer parks of America right now. Trying to find. We're going to need a breast milk margarita next.
Breast milk
Hang on, let me get the blender going. Some ice. Give me some ice.
Breast milk margarita.
About ready to go. Here we go.
Oof. Yeah, so
Ooh,
that's
boy.
that's it. Finally, the new season of the Penis Festival kicks off this.
Can't wait.
According to Huffington Post, see what you missed at this year's Penis Festival. This is not safe for work. The photos, anyway. We're not at work.
You don't want to get a drink there.
You don't want to drink. Don't gurgle from that spigot.
Oh, man.
Oh.
That was the wrong bottle. I thought that was that veg beer. Apparently that was...
So it's that time of year again, Toby. No, not the start of baseball season, not the April end to March Madness either. We're talking about the Festival of the Steel Phallus.
Ah, yeah, I love that festival.
Kanamari Matsuri in Kawasaki, Japan. Sunday's festival, see photos below, allowed revelers to celebrate all that is penis. And don't worry, Mom, those penis lollipops for sale were for a good cause, raising awareness for HIV prevention, according to reports. Revelers in the streets paraded peen-shaped Shinto shrines called mikoshi, emphasizing the spiritual roots of the Schlongathon. The festival's inspiration reportedly goes way back to the 17th century. A 1-meter steel phallus was reportedly erected by a local blacksmith that honored Shinto deities of fertility and childbirth. Prostitutes were believed to have prayed there for protection from sexual diseases. Oh, yeah.
Pretty smart.
Nowadays, people come and pray for good fortune and to ask the gods to protect them. Hayaruki Nakamura, a local
Good
priest
job, man. Good job.
of the shrine. I want to go back to the other word. A local priest of the shrine told AFP the festival is steeped in the past, but it still has valuable part to play in modern society. According to Metro UK, visitors on Sunday also sported giant penis purses and even straddled a giant wooden phallus. Hey, that's what a street fair's for.
Exactly.
What is a street fair?
There's a bunch of penises there, and it's no party.
People crowd outside Wakamiya Hachimagangu.
This place is a total sausage fest.
Oh my God! It's a bunch of dudes holding wooden penises and lollipop shapes.
That picture looks a little interesting. Right?
Yeah.
A bunch of chicks with penis lollipops in their mouth.
Look at this.
Oh boy!
You need to put that on the Facebook page.
Oh man!
We'll post the article at the Facebook fan page. You can find it at facebook.com/LOERadio Show
/Facebook_.
There are some mighty intense phallic symbols.
Those are enormous.
Even dudes are puffing on the Peter lollipops. Oh my God, there's Americans there. This needs to be documented and videoed for futures.
No, it doesn't.
Some of the comments here say, I lived in Japan for 15 years and I attended the Kanamari Matsuri. It was a very fun festival. The article actually does not do a good job of explaining the purpose behind it. Considering Japan is facing a crisis of lowest birth rates in the world, it is ironic.
How is that possible? With all those people there?
I don't know.
They need to start doing it more often. Let me go over there. I can fix that low birth rate.
They're too busy.
They are pretty busy.
So I guess we can quickly recap some sports since we got a couple of minutes left. The Cubbies won today. Arrieta was a beast, throwing 8 scoreless.
Go Cubbies.
Also, earlier this week, it has come to our attention that Mr. Schwarber will be injured for the remainder of the 2016 season.
Wow.
The Bulls also missed the postseason for the first time in 7 years. Choke artists. The Hawks lost earlier on Wednesday.
But they did win yesterday.
Yeah, they lost 1-0 in overtime Wednesday and won 3-2 last night in regulation. The Hawks will play again today at roughly 7:20, I believe, is the puck drop. The Cubs and the Sox also play. Sox at Tampa Bay at 1:20, and Cubbies take on Colorado again at noon. That's about it. Arrieta's just a stud, Tobe. I don't know.
He is a stud.
Cubbies
no one can stop him.
Cubbies look like they're going back to the playoffs this year, and if their pitching holds up, man, I see the Cubs winning at least 100 games this year, which I hope
I concur
is true. What better way to, start this year, than closing out the season with a divisional title loss? I mean, that's far, but not far enough.
I love that transition there. You went from a story about penises to a story about a bunch of balls.
Oh, yeah, balls and penis. Phallics and testes. Excuse me, I think I dropped my ball. Yeah, so that's about it, man. I think we're going to wrap this up a couple of minutes early here, but make sure you guys stay tuned for Where in Time Are Ryan and Evan, an amazing show where they take you back in time and share some of the greatest music of
We're done.
Of our music history. So we'd like to say thanks again. Rest in peace to radio broadcaster Doug Banks, Lane Staley, Tupac Shakur, and all the guys in Rage are still alive. But they need to come back and make another album, damn it. So to play us out, this has been the LOERadio Radio Show. My name is Tim Radicek. Joining me, as always, is Tobias Big Daddy Beecher.
That's me.
And stay tuned. Like I said, Ryan, Where in Time are Ryan and Evan are next week, and then we'll be back next week. I mean, Ryan and Evan are next.
Yeah.
So
Good job.
Play us out, we're going to go with
Thank you.
some Tube Sock. Then this is the final track off the Me Against the World album that we've been playing tonight. This is called Me Against the World. Thanks for listening. Peace out.
Good night, everybody.
Catch you next time.